Hello，小伙伴们，大家好，欢迎来到这个《天国拯救2》的游戏攻略。这期视频我们进行主线银之路。那这个主线呢非常简单啊，它就是一个线性流程。我们跟着主线先来到这里会触发一个剧情。
I will not sell you the rights to my mines. Not today, not tomorrow, nor in 100 years. You will not get your hands on my silver.
You forget I have influential friends. If you won't sell the mines, you'll lose them. Just like Malishov. Along with your life, if you defy me.
Mind your step. Two can play that game. Did you really think that I didn't know you were stealing the royal silver, eh? When your self-proclaimed king finds that out, your head will be on the chopping block.
Seize that traitor!
Not another step.
You'll get yours too, turtle dove. What are you waiting for? Can't you see? They're threatening the Royal Mint Master!
啊，进来就有一场战斗要打啊，然后我们去帮忙。
I'll beat you to a bloody motherfucker! Victory! Help me with it!
Thanks for the help, lad. God knows what would have happened to us if you hadn't shown up.
Papa, are you all right?
What the hell was that, Rosa?
I saved your life. Didn't you notice?
We would have been in the right if you hadn't taken the shot. Now we have the blood of the king's men on our hands. Do you have any idea what this means?
Was I supposed to let one of Sigismund's lackeys insult us in our own home?
And you thought this was a better solution?
You know what? Let's just leave it be. I don't want to argue in front of the young man here. Apologies for the mess, stranger. There aren't usually so many corpses strewn about our courtyard.
Apology accepted.
We'll call the guards and tell them what happened. That Ulrich Vavak and his men attacked us for no reason.
You think that will make them let us off the hook?
Not for free. But knowing young Plymouth, the commander of the guard, I'm sure he won't refuse my coin. But back to you, lad. Who are you? And why have you graced us with your visit?
I'm Henry of Scallows, squire to Lord Capon of Perkstein.
Pleased to meet you. Conslin Routard. And this feisty creature here is my daughter Rosa.
Like father, like daughter.
Why did your master send you to me, Henry?
He didn't, sir. Unfortunately, he's in enemy captivity.
We're sorry to hear that.
But I plan to rescue him. And I believe you can help me with that.
We can? How?
Lord Capon is held at Malishov.
Our Malishov? I don't envy him. I was planning on fixing the roof before they took it from us. It's full of leaks. I doubt its new master will lift a finger to do anything about it. But tell me, why would I meddle in matters that don't concern me?
Well, we all stand on the same side. Against Sigismund.
That is undoubtedly true. I don't like that ginger bastard either, especially since his people started sticking their fingers in my coffers. But to get involved in something as dangerous as freeing a captured nobleman in a territory conquered by Sigismund?
We have to do something to help. I know it's dangerous.
Dangerous? It's madness. What if somebody finds out?
Nobody will know.
You haven't been in Kuttenberg for long, have you? The walls have ears here. I'd only end up with my head on the chopping block. And I don't even want to think about what they'd do to Rosa.
That's true. As long as Vavak's breathing down our necks, we have to be careful.
Who is he, anyway?
Ulrich Vavak von Neuhaus. The new mint master appointed by Sigismund himself. He's had it in for us ever since he took over the office. He's been pressuring me to hand over my mining rights. It seems he'd like to see me reduced to a beggar. And now we've killed his men. The king's men. I'll have to reach deep into my pocket to get out of that. Like Rosa said, lad. As long as Vavak is around, my hands are tied. I'm sorry.
Then let's get rid of Vavak. He must have some weakness, right?
There may be one. It's obvious Vavak is getting richer than his office warrants. There are rumors going around that he's stealing the king's silver. He even uses it to mint counterfeit groschen, using a fake dye. If Sigismund were to find out, he'd have him executed at once, regardless of his noble blood.
But you need evidence to make such an accusation, right?
Exactly.
But how do we find it?
Some of the silver goes missing somewhere along the way to the mint. And we have to find out where.
Find out? But how? They don't let just anyone into the mines and smelting works.
You're right. Only authorized people are allowed in. Fortunately, we have an ally. My friend Peter of Pisek. They ousted him from the Mint Master's office, but his brother Christian remained in the Italian court. He wanted to become the Mint Master himself, but because of Vavak, he had to settle for the steward's office. He hates him even more than we do on account of it.
And that's saying something.
Christian and I were just talking about his suspicions. He'd welcome any dirt you can dig up on Vavak, just as much as I would. If you go to him and ask for help on my behalf, I'm sure he'll accommodate you. I'll help you free Lord Capon in exchange for evidence of Vavak's fraud. That's fair, isn't it?
All right. It's a deal. I've already met Peter of Pisek, and I know he can be trusted. Let's hope the same goes for his brother.
Excellent. You'll find Christian in Horshan, at the estate near the mines. Tell him the password, Via Argentum, the pot of silver. He'll know who he's dealing with. But be careful, both of you. This is our last chance to stop Vavak.
We'll be praying for you.
好了，经过一段剧情之后呢，我们这边主线任务推进啊，接着要去这边，去了解和他交谈，然后了解那个人是否能找到证据，他在私吞一些那些银矿啊，在做假币。那么我们先到这边来，然后去和这个人交谈。做后面两个主线呢，用不到呆呆，把呆呆定住啊。因为在遇到潜行地方的时候，呆呆会搅局。
Be quiet, and now clear off. You have no business here.
You're a Christian of Pisek?
I am. What do you need?
Kunzlin Ruthard sent me about Via Argentum.
I see. But I'm afraid I don't have good news for Sir. I haven't made much progress. I just don't have the time to investigate.
Well, that's why I'm here.
Excellent. What's your name?
Henry.
All right. Listen up, Henry. Nobody can know I'm looking into it. But hopefully, I don't need to tell...
Lord Ruthard mentioned some...
Excellent. Excellent. You don't happen to come from a family of miners or smelt...
My father was a black.
It's a fine craft. But it won't teach. I'll be happy to tell you everything you need to know. We need to talk somewhere in private.
等他走到位置跟他交谈就可以了。
Where should I start looking?
Straight to the point. We know for a fact the silver must be getting. That means it would be best to just. First of all, you should ask miners from. After that, we'll compare the number.
But the yields aren't the same.
True. That's why we have. For example, the other day, on the feast of St. Patrick.
Couldn't I just ask?
Fet's job is to count the corves, and we're interested in what the miners them. Nevertheless, the miners are, and they have an odd way of speaking. You should pretend to be really interested. You could be a scholar writing a treatise on, or just say I'm your distant uncle.
I reckon I could pose as a.
Suit yourself, but to the point. Each day, 3 shifts. The first shift is led by Frank, the second by Paul. Samco's hewers should be off work now. You'll take this, so the guards will let you in.
And what are you going to do?
I'll return to the estate to do my job. Once you find out how many corves the 3 shifts, and don't forget.
Who owns the silver?
All the silver in the kingdom of. Though I'm sure you understand. So he leases out the mining. There's a lot of money in it. The tenants have to. That's the royal tithe.
What is this?
It's the whole process. From digging the silver is found in ore veins. The chief foreman of a gallery. The raw ore goes to the smelter. Roasted ore goes to the furnaces.
Can any silver get?
It can. And unfortunately, it does happen. Most often, a pitman tries to smuggle pieces of ore. Nevertheless, the entire part. So if someone is stealing large quantities.
Who checks the royal?
The royal mint master and his subordinates. That is why every step of the path of the smelting works owners don't. It's in their best interest to get the high.
Who makes money from all this?
The thing is, everyone does. Pitmen get paid for mining in the smelters, then smelt everything. The silver rubs off on the hands of.
Who owns them?
The king grants mining rights to his loyal. All sorts of people operate mines. In fact, anyone with enough.
Who's responsible?
The mines and the mint are supervised as the steward. I'm his direct. Then come the chief foreman. We follow the path of silver.
How much do the?
That depends on whether it's.
I thought all mines.
That's right. They bear the cost of mining. The king receives 1/3 of the profit.
What about the other 2?
Those go towards the costs, of course.
Who's responsible?
They have their own owners. Then they deduct the royalty, and not just silver.
What happens?
Each smelting shop has a. The stamp mill is used. After that, finally, everything is.
So it's processed.
Yes, but in steelmaking.
How are groschen?
The royal share from the smelting work. There, the coiners hammer it out. Then, in the Italian courts precca.
How many mints are?
Only the main one is left. There used to be more of them throughout the kingdom. It was he who contributed them, and of course, his.
By the way, I've had the honor.
Well.
He was a great help to us.
Even though we had some. If it weren't for him.
好，了解到情况之后呢，我们现在要向3个领班去了解这个采矿的量。目前他刚刚说啊，我这个时间段呢有1个下班了，另外2个还在里面。所以下班呢，你可以考虑在这个周围找啊，任务也会给你指示。然后我们先找这个领班萨姆科来了解一下。
Foreman Samco. Aye. My name is Henry. I'm a student from Prague.
Why should I care?
Sir Christian told me to ask.
Ah, Sonny, I'm so tired. I wouldn't mind having a game of dice, but then I'll tell you everything.
You should obey Sir Christian. You don't want him coming to you when you're off work.
That I don't.
What is the work?
Aye, that's a good but proper rest.
So how do you rest?
Depends. Some have a kit.
How do you mine?
Either we're on hard rock, and then no one. Only then there's not.
How much do you make?
Don't even get me started.
How many corves did you mine?
I can tell you exactly. We managed to hulk 30.
That's all I need to know.
刚刚我们从第3班这个了解到是34车矿石啊。好，接着我们要下去啊，下去吃一个验药剂。啊，眼睛要瞎了啊！看一下这个下去的位置。这不，外面眼睛要瞎了啊！这个位置啊，有个守卫守的地方，很容易发现。一直往里面走，找到领班对话一下就可以了。 有一个领班会坐在这啊，上面跟着导航走就好了啊。
Foreman Frank?
What you looking for, Sonny?
Sir Christian of P15. I'm a student at the university.
I didn't know you script, but you can't just
I just have a few questions.
The more we... But make it snappy.
What is the work of a...
What's it about? We gans through the road.
How exactly do you...
Bloody hell. You take a kevil and don't croak from the stythe.
How do you get the ore out?
Same way it's hewed. In the dark, and once you get out by with the...
How much do you get for your work?
I'll tell you, man. Them deputies up at back.
Can you give me a more...
Sometimes, not even half a...
I wonder...
That depends on how much ore you howk out of this.
How much did you mine, say, on the Feast of St...
Listen, kidder. Aren't you a bit too curious? Why do you need...
I really need to know it for my work. Est rerum omnium.
Aye, well, a clever head but a gawk candidate. It was a good gar on the Feast of St...
Thanks.
Nah, thank ye. See you soon, my friend.
这边了解到是36车啊。接着我们往回走啊，不是往回啊，刚刚我们走着下来的啊，我们继续往下走。另外一个在更里面。走错了啊！不过先和他交谈一下。
Where can I find what you're doing here?
I've got a letter of safe conduct. I'm a student from Pratt.
Right.
I just need to ask. Why wouldn't he be?
Young G, he hadn't even had a full week on. You'll find Paul up. You'll hear the wind. Don't fret, bud. Take care.
我们了解到他在里面祈祷啊，所以我们这个位置不对，那往这边走。这里面没有多少岔路的啊，所以不用担心迷路啊。你走到那边没有路了，你就往回走。然后我看再往这走是不是？应该是快到了啊。看着像在这。再往这走啊，就跟着导航走啊。导航这个越来越大，就快到了。
The angel of the Lord declared unto men.
Are you Foreman Paul?
Hey! Hold on. I don't...
My name's Henry. Sir Christian. I'm a student at the university and I hate to interrupt your prayers for...
He weren't just me marrow. He were my blood. He kept begging me to take him on a ship. And now... I can't...
Come on. It wasn't your fault.
I suppose you're right. Will you pray with me for his soul one last...
Aye.
You're a canny lad. Almighty and merciful God, our Father, you are the giver of gold, silver, bronze...
这里祈祷完再找他对话就好了。这一段掐了。祈祷完再找他对话。
Are you going to answer me?
Aye.
What is the work?
What it's about? Proper graft, that.
Are deaths in the mine common?
Aye. But every death in the shaft is a way. Unfortunately, we still bury a yakka or two.
How is the ore mined?
First, we have to survey the shaft and find ore. We set up timber around. The hewers take their...
How much do you make doing this?
Depends on how much we hawk. How hard the rock is, how much ore's in it. It's no really work.
So how many cores did...
That weren't a good day. But even so...
That's all I need to know.
好，这么算下来是总共100车啊。接着我们按原路返回，然后上去。也可以走这走。如果你走到没路了，那你就再往回走一下啊。看到没？往这个方向走，马上就看到这个梯子了，我们可以直接上去了。一路往上爬，爬上来之后有2个通道，我们往这个通道走啊。这个是我们刚刚来的路，看到没？这个人刚刚就在这挖的，对吧？然后我们再往回走，再往回走。好，遇到这，我们是刚刚下来找第一个领班的，对吧？ 这个我必须带着走啊，肯定有路痴不知道的。好，出去了，看到没？到外面有夜莺要记啊！哇，眼瞎了。在地图附近找到领班费特，先找他对个话。
You're the head foreman here?
And who are you? You have...
Henry. I'm a student.
As if anyone... They call me Fet. If I have any questions, I...
What does a head...
What do you think? They call me... I also keep the rec...
What does a head for...
What they call... I also...
How many mine...
Oh, you know, Sonny, there are 3 crews in...
How much or...
It's a little different every... Sometimes it's 50 calves.
How much was extracted?
Well, fuck. It was a lovely...
How much did the
I pay them half a groschen if they happen to be doing...
好，刚刚我们了解到他告诉我们是90车，那这边总共是100车。好，现在我们可以回去交任务啊。回到上面找他对话。
I already know how many core... It was 100.
Meanwhile, I looked in the mine book.
I'd guess it's less.
Then you'd be correct. The book lists 90 corves extracted, but nobody could just come along and... The unreported corves must be going...
What does it mean?
That this is fraud of... And that Foreman Fett and Herman the...
Should I go to them and...
Well, accuse. Being involved in the theft of silver. Make sure to promise them, when you've talked to them, come back...
啊，接着和菲特和这个赫尔曼对话啊，赫尔曼就在这边。
Schönen Tag. Was willst du, mein Herr?
We need to talk.
And who might you?
Henry, Sir Christian sent me.
Discrepant.
How do you explain that the miner is extracted?
If it says 90, there must have...
Or someone is...
I do not write any Foreman Fett counts them.
Don't tell me you don't count them.
Do you have any idea how much besides?
All 3 crews. Look, you don't... Me and Sir Christian agreed to settle them...
It was Fett's idea. He came to me saying it was going well. On the feast of St. Petr, nobody at the smelting works...
How long has this been going?
Several months.
Is Ulrich Vavak back?
The mint master? I have no...
Sir Christian and I agreed to it, so just act like nothing's going. I don't want to scare off the people.
Yeah.
好，我们再找刚刚那个菲特。
A word, Foreman.
What is it this time, Book?
Sir Christian sent me. I need to...
Don't tell me one of the yakkers.
I'm afraid it's a little worse than that.
Let Sir Christian handle it then.
But you're the one counting...
Your point...
I learned that the miners extracted... You told me it was 90.
Do you think the yakkers know how to... And they like to show... Anyway, what don't you know?
Aye, there's no point...
Bloody snitch.
He had no choice. If I can guarantee that...
Kevah. As soon as I was made head gaffer, he said someone wanted... So I met this fella in the tavern in Grunt. He told me the trick was not to... He made it very clear. There was nothing I...
Who was that?
He never told me his name. I don't scare easy.
How long has this been?
For some time now.
Where can I find...
You can't ask her. They say he...
Who pays you on the side?
I get the extra chink from the smelt...
Do you think the mint master...
I don't know. He says if Christian gives us...
All right. Christian won't give you...
Clear as a bell, Mara.
接着继续来找这个克里斯蒂安。
I talked to Fett
And?
They did. I mean...
Did you tell them to keep quiet?
I did.
Let's see what we've got so those 10 unreported corves leave. You'll have to go and look around. And talk to...
How so?
Buresh is a very cautious and clever man, but he's the only one who can give you...
Something like your letter of...
Like I said. Nevertheless, I found you'll pretend to be a nobleman interested in buying...
A nobleman?
But be careful. Buresh, you'll have to dress like a real nobleman. But listen, don't carry a weapon. You must come to him dressed to the nines. In short, be charismatic.
What should I...
Like I said, if you don't have anything of the... If you're charismatic enough, and make sure you wash up before you go.
What else should I know?
In the smelting works, ore from the mines is crushed. Then they give part of the silver to the king for the...
What should I know?
He's the slyest fox of them all. He started to prosper soon after. Now he's doing better and better.
I got it.
Here, I've written you a letter. I reckon he won't be thrilled. Ask him discreetly, in passing. If my guess is correct, it should be. You could get something out of the work when you're in the smelting works. Good luck, Henry.
好，我们现在要找布雷斯教堂。刚刚说到了啊，我们不能穿一套破破烂烂的，也不能穿铠甲，更不能带武器。好，我们要穿魅力高的、显眼度高的就好了，主要是魅力啊。然后你可以，如果你没有，你去那个裁缝店去买贵的，然后选魅力高的啊，你保证魅力能达到最高，越高越好啊。然后不要带武器，就这个样子啊。然后把珠宝项链带着，这个加魅力的。然后来到任务目标地点啊，任务目标地点有指示啊，他会告诉你这个布雷斯在哪。我们直接找布雷斯交谈。
Greetings, Master Buresh. Nice clothes. You've got. Thank you, Goodman. Christian of Pisek sent me. I'm supposed to give you this. You are.
Christian writes that your family is in.
I know. I just want.
Well, if Sir Christian, with this letter of safe conduct, you'll be able to. But I don't want you disturbing the workers with any.
Can you tell me what happens with the mined ore?
We weigh in the delivered ore, and roasting mainly separates sulfur. Then the roasted material is smelted. It's then cast into bars.
How many corves have
we don't measure in corves here? I have when they deliver it here, we process a large amount.
How much silver
That, of course, depends on the 20 quintals of ore usually yield about. We can make between 100.
Can any silver game?
That's impossible. Everything is carefully weighed, and besides, molten silver is rather.
How many corves were delivered from Horsham?
5 from Horsham, of all.
I visited the mine there.
You're lucky. I have an excellent.
God be with you.
Don't forget, and above all. Farewell, sir.
好，聊完之后了解到一些信息，我们接着去冶炼厂。就是这一块啊，冶炼厂就在这一块，直接进去了解信息。刚刚他们布雷斯给我们通行证了啊，所以我们直接能进去。
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
Greetings.
啊，这边我们找一些人聊一聊啊。
What is your job at?
I mean smelting. Well, and then we shovel chalk. We do that over and.
How do you like working?
I cannot complain.
What can you tell me?
I cannot complain about from what I've.
Have you noticed?
Nothing at all.
Does any silver
here? And that would mean some. Look, Sonny.
All the delivered ore is here in one place. Nothing suspicious.
这些地方可以检验一下啊。
So this is how they crush ore in bulk. A corf here, a corf there. Now I can see why no one found the large quantity strange.
My respects.
然后找到这个冶炼工司马，他不一定在这个位置，他有可能到处跑啊！我刚刚就在找他。
Are you the fella they call?
You have no business being here.
I'm told you know something about
me. Meet me outside in a while. Now you better get. Fuck! I have to have a piss. You take over.
啊，待会儿跟着他出去啊，走到点的时候，然后我们跟他对话就好了。啊，跟他走出去，然后对话。
Well, can you talk now?
Who are you, fella?
Henry of Skalitz.
Master Burish. He knows better than anyone.
Actually, I'm here at the behest of.
Oh. So it was actually the steward of the mint? And why did he say? Because of a rumor.
The silver must be going missing from
the mines, you say? Strange. Why should I talk to you about such things?
I'm telling you nothing but the truth. The entries in the books are falsified from the very start.
Ah, I thought so. It's Volkmar. He's the head smelter. He's worked with us for years. Recently, he bought stables here in Grunt. It's all very suspicious. If you want to find out where the silver keeper, be careful and keep a weapon close.
Thank you. What is your job
here in the smelter? Horse shit. If I could, I'd fuck.
How do you like?
It's a shit. You're always.
What can you tell?
Listen, all folks like him. On the other hand,
what happened?
The bars are kept under only the owner of the.
跟着任务指示去这个马场啊，去之前把自己的装备换上啊。来到马场的这个位置，我们要找沃尔克马尔，那肯定是马场老板了，对吧？换好装备啊，不然待会要打架了。
Are you Volkmar?
I'm not.
Horseshit. I know these stables.
You must be the snoop who
I beg your pardon?
Well, well, well. Don't think we don't know you. Fortunately, Master, your investigation ends. Right here at...
You shouldn't have stuck your nose in here, pal.
Take him down.
Real brave when you're through. You wouldn't be so brave alone, would you?
Oh, shit on you. I'll get out of here. Go to hell!
直接爆头了。
Now, spill the beans.
Not me. It's Buresh. If I didn't play along with him, it's true. Has Volkmar...
Take...
As head smelter, one day, Buresh came to me and said he gave me his man to assist me. The books were cooked, so no one found out. A few weeks later, he sent me. In the end, I had...
Why didn't Buresh take the silver himself?
The Mint Master's men watch over the Buresh had it all figured.
Aren't you ashamed to steal from the king?
Which king did I steal from exactly? I didn't care, man.
Moving on.
There are mined-out shafts near Old Kutna.
They counterfeit...
I suppose so. Buresh only told me about the mint...
Did Buresh ever mention that mint...
Not in front of me, but you won't be able to ask.
Give me the map.
Yeah, if you take the road, the entrance to the mint... Look here. Why are you doing this any...
For King Wenceslas. He may be in camp.
Now you have the map, and since I know I wanted to... Please let me go.
All right.
Thank you. I'll go to Kuttenberg, and if we meet again, you're a good...
啊，没必要杀他啊。然后他给我们一张地图，我们先看一下。好，看一下地图啊，在这个位置，也就是地图的这个点。啊，你就可以不用走着走了，你直接走边上绕过来，直接到这个点啊。那边还有守卫，麻烦。然后呆不要跟过来啊，不然他会搅局。好，我走到这边附近了啊，然后去骑的那个点，刚刚我标的那个旗子，看到这匹马了没？然后我们就到这里了啊，直接下去就好了。下去我这次不吃夜鹰药剂了，太瞎眼睛了。咱就打个火把啊！这边可能下来的时候会卡住，卡住就往回走一点，然后就下来。进来之后会有那个剧情。穿好你的板甲。
Well, well, well. Look who's here. I knew from the start you didn't come to the works for nothing. But I underestimated you, an embarrassing mistake. I reckoned you wouldn't find anything. Little Neri was supposed to get...
Turned out the other way round.
Congratulations. His wife and children... What to do with... We could come to a underground.
这边呢，我们可以勒索他一点钱啊。
Are you trying to offer me something?
If you're reasonable...
How much will you pay me?
Well, what? Are you out of your mind? You're skinning now. Turn around. Step.
I need evidence against...
I just paid you. Once more then. Are we...
直接选攻击。
I'm not going anywhere.
What a
You can't leave here alive!
Burn in hell!
You wanna try me?
，Have you had enough, Buresh?
mercy!
Underground?
No!
You know very well what...
I gave you coin.
I'll take it as a down payment.
The whole thing was Ulrich's idea. As soon as he became Sigismund's he grabbed anything he could get his hand. Anyone who wanted to keep his... So he came to me one day with the idea.
Why did he come to you?
The citizens of Kuttenberg didn't like... And they were even less happy when he started giving... I'm a stranger here too. I've never had it. Think what you will. But I like Vavag better than all them...
So you agreed to help him?
Did I have any other choice? I hate to say it, but he knew...
Wasn't he afraid of
Sigismund came here for the silver. He doesn't care. He trusts the mint master he installed. Unless some...
What was his plan?
Surprisingly simple. Bribe and to keep the mint master free of... In the end, it wasn't even that hard. And when somebody got cold feet...
What are you doing with the stolen silver?
Stolen? Such an ugly word.
Whatever. What do you do with it?
It's used to mint groschen.
Genuine?
It's simple, really. No one can tell they're not from...
About the evidence?
Yes?
I need some proof in my hands.
And I can count on you to make sure After all...
You have my word.
I'm glad to hear that. Here's the key to the chest. You'll find everything. It's behind that door. You'd better not talk to the...
Is that all?
Aye.
I'm sure you have something else. Don't tell me you and Vavak didn't...
You must be the devil. Here it is. But I'll be on my way. I won't say it was nice to meet you, because that wouldn't... I hope we never see each other again.
然后刚刚我们最好是跟他再要那个信啊，那个信给他要到，你要不到呢，你也可以就是把他击晕，然后把他拿了啊。我这里选择不杀他，因为那边克里斯蒂是克里斯蒂安吧，那个人好说话啊，到时候不会掉声望，因为他到时候后面的事也好处理。其实应该来说要把他杀了啊，应该来说要把他杀了啊。当然了，你也可以说跟他说克里斯蒂安。跟克里斯蒂安说没杀他啊，我就直接放了他算了啊，反正东西都给我了啊。如果你的信的口才不够，那你就把他打晕，你就把他打晕，打晕了之后呢，然后或者击杀了也行，然后把他身上信拿走。啊，接着我们直接进去找这些矿工，里面还有几个矿工。
Where did you come from? Get...
I'm here to help you.
What are you doing?
Get out of here. If the...
You don't have to worry about the guard.
What about Master Burek?
I talked to Buresh.
What?
I came to get evidence against Mint...
There are some books in that chest over there.
Leave that to me. I still need the genuine...
Everything we do here is...
Except you're minting using stolen...
How are we to know where it comes from?
We're just pawns.
Nobody's saying any different. The guards are dead.
Hang on.
It's just the books you're after, isn't it?
We won't tell nobody nothing.
Tell me more about...
Look, he made it this far.
You're probably right.
How did you end up...
Through our own
We used to work in the mint in the Italian court.
Well, more than...
And the foreman got pissed off.
Then, The mint master himself came to us, and so...
Who's in charge?
The mint is run by Master Buresh.
They're the ones that bring us food. He visits every week.
We're well taken care of.
Why are they
Well, it's just... discouraged.
Don't you miss the...
Not really.
They even brought some wenches here for us.
We've got plenty of food and
and coin.
Why don't you want to...
And we're told not to go far.
I'll take care of Vavak. With the evidence I'll bring against, when I'm done with him, you'll...
You reckon...
I'm sure of it.
So... if he's...
Then we could...
I don't know.
Me neither.
Free! We're free!
Free!
好的，然后他们走了啊，也把账本给我们了，也不是账本给我们了，我们要自己拿啊，把这里面东西都拿了，账本在这，这是重要的东西啊，一定要拿到。好，然后其他的都是一些材料啊，看你是否有需求，然后可以把全部拿着。好，接着我们就出去了啊。直接走回刚刚那个路，再出去。然后矿工还没走出去呢。然后我们往上，一路往上，然后回去交任务就好了啊。现在任务已经导向回去交任务了啊。这个不用管，回去交完这个就完成了。
I got the evidence against me.
Really? Let me see.
Here. His handwritten records.
There are names. I'll be damned. Where did you find this?
Vavak had a secret mint where coins were minted from the...
He obviously had it all worked. Did you have any trouble getting?
I had a bit of a disagreement.
Sakra! Well, I suppose it was to... I hope that's all.
The owner of the smelting works, Buresh, tried to...
What deal?
I let him go in exchange for him telling me...
I understand. He's clever enough. Be it as it may, I'll get in touch. There's one more thing.
There were some coiners
Jesus Christ!
Vavak locked them up there to work for him.
My God! He really is an
I did, but it took some persuading.
Thank God for that. When you talked to them, did you see a coin die?
They gave it to me quite willingly.
I'm curious. Let me see.
Here.
What the? It's genuine! That means all the grosh. In any case, but I'm afraid no matter what Master Buresh told you at the mint...
Luckily, I've got this. A letter from Vavak. He actually gave it to me willingly.
This... But be that as it may, we know it. I've been thinking it all over while you were... The scheme Master Ulrich Vavak von Neuhaus has been... But it's also one of the clever... With those books in Retard's hands, and it's now pretty clear who will reply to many people.
I'm listening.
I knew you'd understand. Everything would stay the same. Entering false figures in the books, only there would be a... I'll have to find replacements for Fett and Herman in the minor jumps at coin.
What happened to Herman and Fett?
Not long after you left, Herman disappeared. They saw him and they found Fett on the spoil tip with a broken neck.
You think it's related?
Who knows? Maybe Herman told someone you were snooping around and that Fett talked.
Shit.
They're both gone and now I'll have to arrange a deal with Master Buresh. But knowing him, and I'll take care of the coiners, nothing really changes for you. You can blackmail for... I've got a little something here for you, to add to what Master Buresh already gave you. And I'll give you something extra for the genuine coin die.
I just want to save my lord.
I'm not interested in your motives, Henry. I don't know what you and Rutar... You've heard my offer.
Doesn't that mean you'll be stealing from...
Do me a favor. Rutar...
How can you be so...
If there's one thing I've learnt about silver, it surely doesn't smell bad. Excellent. But don't forget, you can blackmail Vavak with the evidence all you want, but leave the path of silver to me. Here's your secret records and copies of the books from the mines and the smelting...
Thank you.
No, thank you. It was a pleasure work, and give my regards to Sekund's...
好了，我们这个任务就完成了。他给了我们一个账本的一个副本啊。不过我们只要这个秘密铸币账本这个在就好了啊，秘密铸币厂的账本，这个两个肯定是副本。接下来的任务呢是不辞而别啊，这个我们就下期视频见了啊。下期视频呢，我们继续主线，把这个主线做完。下期视频应该是把汉斯卡彭就救出来了。